Hey y'all, I know my angle is janky. When I was trying to put my tripod thing together, I had stripped it by accident, and so it just fell apart. So it's not on the stand. I just have the ring light mirror part just propped up as best I can, and with my phone in it without the weight tilting it one way or the other. But I just came back from a formal dinner. I was dozing off. I'm like, I need to go lay down. I'm so tired. Y'all see my under eye bags. This is the look that I wore, and what this is, the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette, and I think we used 3 shades. I'm gonna show you what we used, but I am loving this look. I apologize for the lighting. The lighting in here is horrible, except over near where the bathroom is. So what's on my face? Y'all hear me dropping stuff, right? On my face we have one. What chapstick did I use? I think we used the cotton candy chapstick. You will also see everything I took, so I'm gonna do a video everything I brought with me. We used cotton candy chapstick. I opened up a new Fenty brow pencil because I finished the one that I had, and so I knew I was low, so I bought a new one. So this is a brand new one. Fenty foundation, Fenty primer, Fenty foundation. We use Estee Lauder around here, and like one line here, a dab here, a line here, a dab there. We use Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder and Truly Tawny. We use both of my House Labs bronzer, deep level 10 and medium level 7 for, we didn't use that. For blush, we used Fire Moon from House Labs, excuse me for the glare. And for highlighter, we used Raw Amber. That's what that looks like. For lower lash line, which one is which? Lower lash line, matte color excess gel pencil eyeliner, and this is Nudge Nudge Ink. So that's under here, and on my inner rims, upper and lower, we use Sick Tap Bro. This is also matte color excess gel pencil eyeliner. So that's on my inner rims, upper and lower. For upper lash line, we use something that's always hard to open because I close them too tight. That's why I be stripping stuff every time I gotta take something apart and put it together. Number 79, that's the red. My liner is not the same at all. This I did start it down where this best to start it. This side you see there's a gap and it's like way up here. Yeah, yo, I know. Eye primer, of course, the Fenty eyeshadow primer, and then we went in with the palette. And we did a very simple, very easy look because I was looking at the other 2 palettes I bought, and I'm like, I need something quick because I did my base face, and the person's face I was doing for the formal dinner. I did my base face earlier because I think I'm going to be really pressed for time. So I did my base face earlier before I went to lunch, and so I did her face and then finished my eyes and the rest of my face. And so what I used from the palette was, for this shade you see up here, that I need to write this down. I believe that is Fervor. This shade, excuse me, that's this shade right here. And then I used Homie, this shade here, on the inner corner. So that's the lightness you see right here. I used this shade Dynamism all across the lid and up into the transition area. And then I took Soft Spot. I'm trying to see what it looked like I used. I think I might have used Ripe for under my brow, and I used this shade here, Flash Over, on my lower lash line, and I used this one, which is Pep, on my outer corner. So actually 1, 2, 3, 4, was that 5 shades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades. So we used 6 shades in here. And it was so easy. The same with the golden palette. Y'all saw me do the looks easy peasy and it looked nice. And so when I looked at this, and my big sis was like, that's really nice. She took a picture of it. So when it's her birthday or whatever, she's gonna like send a picture of it to people as hints. And she took a picture of the front and she took a picture of the inside. But I knew, because I love her formula and it's so easy to work with, and I said I wanted to do something easy because Madame Violet, that light purple shade in that upper corner, it's not fragile, but if you even jar the palette, like even in the case that it's in, every time I open and close it, there's excess powder on the plastic sleeve that's in there. So I'm like, I didn't want to not do anything that was going to require extra work because I knew I was going to be rushed. And it took me maybe 10 minutes to do this eyeshadow look, if that long. But I did have brushes laid out and everything like that. So for, I already said for upper lash line. For mascara, we use Lancome Definisos mascara. I lined and filled in my lips with NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Alien. And I used, did I not bring it over here? I used MAC's Caviar MAC Matte Retro Liquid Lip Color. And I think it's over there because I did refresh the lip before I came here to see y'all, because I had ate some of like the center part off. Dinner was friggin' amazing. So that is everything on my face. And for, I'm just looking to make sure. So I think for the next two, it'll also just be, you know, what I wore, because this setup right here ain't it, y'all. This setup right here is not it, but I will show you. I'm gonna pop up a picture of the person's face that I did and a picture of her with me with my face done. And y'all, I'm just like, damn. And I remember I kept saying I was going to be nervous. I was not at all nervous doing her face. And I did her entire face except foundation. And I was thankful that the foundation she uses is like her perfect shade. And so I was just like, okay, this is going to work. I did use, I had purchased 2 extra Fashion Fair powders. I believe the one I used for her was Cognac Queen, because you'll see it. She's brown skin and she has like a reddish undertone, so I thought this one would look nice. I purchased that one and the deeper one than that, but I said I think this will work, and it did. It looked so beautiful on her. And so and she uses LA Colors. She had an LA Colors palette, and so I had a couple, and so I asked her which one would she like, and she was like, both of them. And I'm like, girl. And so, but I was really pleased with how the look came out. She already had her own lip liner, her own mascara, her own eyeliner, so I used her products on her, which helped me not have to bring like an entire like kit of stuff. And I did bring extra brushes for her, and I told her these are going to be yours, and so I did give her some brushes. She had a few, but you know, the brushes I used for her, I'm like, you have these brushes, and so she was thankful for that. But I really like how the look came out. And I did her lower lash line liner, I did her upper lash line liner, I did her mascara, I did her lip liner, the lip, girl, I did the whole damn thing. She did her primer and foundation, I did powder, blush, highlighter, did the look, I did her brows. And I was just like, yo, like this, I was not nervous at all, but I was just, and it did take time because, you know, looking back and forth, and just like most people, our brows are not the same. So trying to get them as even as possible, and making sure like the eyeshadow is as symmetrical as possible. And I'm doing this looking at my own, which I do think I've been getting better at it since I've been in that program of just really paying more attention. And when I did her look, she was like, this is really pretty. She was like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. And I only used 3 shadows on her lid and a different shadow underneath. And so I showed her which ones I used, and she has the brushes that I use too. So I don't know if she's gonna, you know, recreate or whatever, but you know, she was very excited. And I was just like, damn, like after I finished her face, I was like, your makeup looks nice. And it was almost as if that popcorn ceiling, if y'all see the spot right here, I was like, what is that? Like, is that mold? But it's not. It's just the way the light is hitting it, because there's a dip in the ceiling. But I'm sitting here like, what the hell? But I looked at her like objectively. I was like, that is really pretty. And my big sis, I'm like, sis, look at this. She was like, wow, like that's amazing. And I'm like, damn. And what caught me was that I got warm because we had opened up the curtains, and so the sun was coming in and it was warm in here. So I turned the thermostat down. So I was sweating, but it wasn't because I was nervous. I was not nervous at all, y'all. I was just like doing the damn thing. And I was just like, oh my God. And I had brought my disposable utensils. I had my lipstick applicators, which I did use to clean up the lip line. I had my sponge tip applicators. She had coughed a couple times, and then her eyes started tearing. So I'm like, I got something for you. So I'm just like, y'all, I was just like, I'm really doing the damn thing. And her makeup, as you saw, it looked so nice. And she loved it. And my big sis was like, wow, sis. I'm like, I know, right? So we took a picture together too, like after I finished my makeup. And I'm just really excited. And a lot of people, as usual, when I go out, compliment me on my makeup. And so I've been leaving cards places, and when I would go back, the cards would be gone. So I'm like getting rid of cards, if somebody be like, oh, your makeup is fabulous. And there's a couple people, they just be staring at me. And I'd be like, they don't look familiar to me. Like, why are they staring at me? And then they'll say, oh, I'm sorry, but you're just so beautiful and your makeup is flawless. Yo, I was like giving out my cards. But I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is really happening. I need to get my prices together. But y'all, I'm like, look, half of my cards are gone. This whole thing was full. Unless housekeeping is getting them and throwing them in the trash. I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. So we're gonna come back. I don't want to have the phone in my hand because then it might be shaky. So if I can get this even like this, even though the angle is not ideal, I'll at least tell you what we use because we still have 2 more palettes to use. Today is Saturday. So there's Sunday and then Monday is the last day and then I'm going home. And so I know I said I was going to use all 3 of these palettes. Y'all, my time has been like so crazy and I've been sleeping a lot and I think I'm crashing from all of the pressure I put on myself to get all them courses done so quickly. And that process was intense. It was intense, and so I think my body is just crashing, and I had, you know, a string of migraines again, and the meds was knocking me out. So I'm just like, oh, it's kind of just out of whack in my sleep. And I've been sleeping good, but it's not my normal time to sleep. So then I'm still sleepy when it is my normal time to sleep. And so it's, yeah, so I am going to do another look tomorrow with one of the other 2 palettes. And on Monday when I get up, I'm going to use the 3rd palette. So at least I can do what I said I was going to do, which is use, you know, all 3 of the palettes, at least one look. And then once I'm home, I did order a new tripod. I ordered 2 new ones. Not tripods, ring lights. I ordered 2 new ones because one I'll just keep at home. And the other one I'll use when I travel, because me taking it apart and putting together, as I said, I tend to tighten stuff tight, and so it strips, and I don't want to keep doing that. So I did purchase 2 more tripods, well, ring lights that you can put your phone in, and so we'll just do that. So things will be back to normal, well, whatever my normal is, once I'm back home and in my habitat. And yeah, thank y'all for being here, and just hang tight and you'll see the next clip with the next palette. Hey y'all, I know I'm looking wacky. This is the best I could do, I promise. But what I used today was the MAC Pride palette. And I know I'm far away. I do. And my bags is telling y'all good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. So Princess had used 4 shades. And so I said I'm going to recreate that look. And then I added some other stuff. And so I'm trying to remember the order. This shade here, what is the name of it? I don't know. This shade here, I'll put it over here. This shade here is on the first portion of the lid. This is on the second portion of the lid. This is in a transition. I do know this is Shadowy Lady. This is on the outer corner. And we took this shade here on the first half of the lower lash line. I know y'all, the lighting sucks, you can't tell. And this is on the outer portion of the lower lash line. Y'all can see we have Inglot Yellow on the upper lash line. And on my lips, I have City Lips Crimson on my City Lips. Fenty Primer Foundation on the face, Fenty Brow, of course, Fenty Eyeshadow Primer, Cotton Candy Chapstick, Estee Lauder Concealer, Fashion Fair Set It Loose Powder, and Truly Tawny. First, both of my House Labs bronzers, Deep Level 10 and Medium Level 7. For blush, we use the House Labs French Rosette, which looks like that, and House Labs highlighter and Fire Opal. So this is what's on the face, and I did put Hourglass on all over after we did that, and we did a quick spritz with the Scandinavia spray. And I do think, oh, brows, of course, Fenty, I probably said that. Lower lash line, Matte Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner, and Pool Shark is my lower lash line. Inner rims, upper and lower, is Hellbent. This is also Matte Color Excess. And so I will take pictures and insert that because I know this is awful. Trust me, I know this is looking awful. So, but hang tight for the look that we're going to do tomorrow with the Notoriously Morbid Madame Violet palette. And that'll be Monday. And then that evening I'll be headed home. And so hang tight and you'll see that right about now. Hey y'all, today is September 2nd, and this is the look with the Madame Violet palette. I used 6 of the shades. I can't show you because I'm holding my phone. The situation over here is just crazy. And I've been sleeping, but my under eye bags is like, "Papow, we staying awake, how y'all doing?" But this is the look we came up with. I'll put somewhere a pin comment or something. I don't know, like what I put where. And so this is what we have. So thank you for being here, and thank you for bearing with me, because I know the lighting and the situation here completely sucks. But I appreciate each and every one of you, and you will see me soon. Thanks.